This is Top Accolade African News Updates. I am Soibifa Jackridge. South African footballer Luke Fleurs has been shot dead in a car hijacking, police say. The shooting took place at a petrol station in the Johannesburg suburb of Florida. The 24-year-old Kaizer Chiefs star was waiting to be attended to when he was approached by unknown gunmen who ordered him to get out of the vehicle. One of the suspects is reported to have fled the scene with Fleurs' car. After the shooting, the suspect pointed at him with a firearm and took him out of his vehicle, then shot him once on the upper body. Gauteng police spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Mavela Masondo told local media, Kaizer Chiefs, one of the most popular clubs in the country and 12-time league champions, described his death as tragic. The club said police were handling the matter and further details will be communicated in due course. Sports Minister Ziki Kodwa said he was saddened that yet another life has been cut short due to violent crime. Defender Fleurs joined Kaizer Chiefs last year, having previously played for Super Sports United. The former under-23 international represented South Africa at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. He had not yet played for the senior national team but was reported to be nearing his debut. On the website, Kaizer Chiefs described Fleurs as a classy defender with great technical abilities. He began his career in 2013 in the Ubuntu Cape Town Academy. According to local media, the Premier Soccer League said a moment of silence will be observed at all top flights and second-tier games this weekend in memory of Fleurs. We woke up to the heart-breaking and devastating news of the passing of this young life, South African Football Association President Danny Jordan said in a statement. This is such a huge loss for his family, friends, his teammates, and football in general. Football fans have taken to social media to mourn him. South Africa is grappling with increasingly gun violence, with several mass shootings reported in recent years. The country has one of the world's highest murder rates, according to police data. Miss Mapisa Kwakula arrived at the police station in Centurion, 40 kilometers, that is 24 miles, from Johannesburg. She is due to make her first court appearance at Pretoria Magistrate Court on charges of corruption. The politician is accused of soliciting bribes in return for awarding contracts during her time as defense minister. After weeks of investigations, Miss Mapisa Kwakula resigned, saying the move wasn't an indication or admission of guilt. She said given the seriousness of the probe, she could not continue her role. She has previously denied any wrongdoing. Last month, a special police unit raided her Johannesburg home in connection with the corruption investigation. The 67-year-old veteran of the anti-apartheid struggle became speaker in 2021. Before that, she served as defense minister for 7 years. Last week, Mapisa's lawyers filed a request for a court order to prevent her arrest, saying it would infringe on her dignity. Judges rejected her bid on the basis that the matter was not urgent and they could not speculate on an arrest that was yet to happen. Ms. Mapisa Kwakula is accused of making several demands for money, accounting to $120,000, that is 96,000 euros, from the owner of the company to secure a tender to transport army equipment back to South Africa from elsewhere on the continent. The Business Day newspaper reports the resignation comes ahead of next month's general election, which some believe could be difficult for the governing African National Congress, ANC. The party, which has been in power since 1994, has faced repeated allegations of corruption and mismanagement of public funds, which have become a key election issue. The reform approved by lawmakers last week replaced the presidential system with a parliamentary one. It also hands executive power to the Prime Minister, reducing the presidency to a symbolic role. Opposition parties have rejected the reform, fearing it could let President Farouk Gnassingbe stay in power, succeeded his father, Gnassingbe's Eyademe, who died in 2005 after ruling the country with an iron fist for 38 years. The presidency announced the postponement of the elections on Wednesday, but did not give a new date for the polls, which were initially due to be held on 20th April. The Conference of Togolese Catholic Bishops has urged President Gnassingbé not to sign the constitutional changes into law, citing the need for broad consultation and a more inclusive national debate. Under the new system, the president will be selected by parliament without debate for a single 6-year term rather than being directly elected. Opposition parties boycotted Togo's previous elections and are poorly represented in Togo's parliament. As a result, the constitution change was approved almost unanimously, with only one legislator voting against and one other abstaining. The presidency said that the delay was to allow for consultations over the contested constitutional changes. The election delay comes days after President Gnassingbé sent the contested law back to Parliament for a second reading amid mounting criticism. An 80-year-old U.S. woman has been killed by an aggressive elephant after it charged at a vehicle during a safari drive in Zambia, local officials said. The attack occurred on Saturday at Kafue National Park in the west of the country. In a video circulating online, the large elephant could be seen flipping the car carrying 6 people over several times. Kate Vincent, CEO of the safari group, said the vehicle was blocked by the terrain and couldn't move. The 80-year-old woman, who has not been named, died of her injuries. Officials said her remains will be repatriated to the U.S. in the coming days. 4 other guests sustained minor injuries and are receiving trauma counseling. One woman was taken to a hospital in South Africa for treatment. Police and the Department of National Parks and Wildlife are investigating the incident. Mr. Vincent said the vehicle had stopped because it had become trapped by terrain and vegetation and couldn't maneuver its way out of the elephant's path. Zambia's neighbors, Zimbabwe and Botswana, have raised concerns about increasing elephant population in their respective countries. Zimbabwe has recorded deadly elephant attack in recent years. That is the size of top accolade African news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Thursday.